already Z focused, so next would be to make sure we do a frame. Okay, frame worked. I believe the power settings are correct. The fill settings are correct. The only thing I don't know is if I should do full bed. Well, I feel like I'd rather try a smaller area than try to do the whole bed at once. Just do the center of the bed. Yeah, I think just go with the center of the bed. We'll go next. We already framed it. So we should be able to hit start, but I need to turn on the extraction, which isn't going to help much because I have this big old piece of cardboard on top. But let's turn it on anyways. I wish somebody was in the chat room. If there is anybody in the chat room or anybody watching, please let me know if you can hear the audio. I'm going to try to leave the air compressor off so we don't have problems with audio until maybe later when we start to burn some stuff. So let's first try this, see how it goes. Actually, we're going to hit stop because you got to turn the laser on or you'll get nothing. And then usually I like to pinch the tube just in case the laser has any air bubbles. That'll try to push any of them out if they were stuck. So, all right, now the laser's back on. We're back to home. We're going to hit start again and we're going to try again. And definitely my fill isn't going to work. So we're going to hit stop. And fill is going to have to go probably to, let's do 15 on that one too. I wish I didn't have to start all over again. But I believe we'll just cut through the paper then. Hey, we're learning, we're trying, we're figuring stuff out here. Join the chat, ask questions and advice. Always learning. Man, we gotta go darker. I can't see those patterns. Too light. Oh. So let's go 20. And click start again. Come on. All right, that's darker. Can see it. That means something's wrong with my laser. But it was fine when we were doing line, but when we did fill, it didn't want to fill. Like it's there lightly on number 4. So we'll see. See, well, I did that one twice, 3 times now, so man, we're still pretty weak on the fill. Is that going to be dark enough? And I wish we could, I guess I could turn down the laser on the line art so it doesn't burn. And then we could do it again. I'm gonna let it go though. We're gonna see what happens here. It definitely could be darker. I think the camera's gonna have a hard time reading those. Well, we'll let it go all the way around, and then I'll probably trigger it to go one more time, and we'll probably bump it up a little bit, just so it's a little bit more brighter contrast wise. So when we lift the bed up and the camera has to capture that data, it can at least see it, because right now I think it's too light. But I kept setting it low because I didn't want to burn the cardboard away. So but there is something wrong calibration wise with the CO2, because I did notice now it's dark again. Or it's the cardboard reacting differently in a different spot. But like number 2 is dark, number 3 is light, number 4 is light, but the laser's the farthest out it is on the bed. So I think we're going to bump this up one more time. We'll go up 5. We'll go to line. We'll bring that down to like 5, just so it doesn't cut through anymore. We'll hit start again one more time, and we'll let it run. Yeah, but see, line shouldn't be even firing. But yet it is. I mean, I set that at 5, and when I set the other one to 5, it wouldn't go at all. Kind of wish I had a white piece of paper to try this out with. And I wish this travel could go faster between each one, but I'm assuming it can't because it's trying to be more accurate so the distance is correct. If it traveled and moved too quick, it could be wrong, and then when the camera takes its picture, it would be off. That's what I'm guessing, why it's traveling that slow between each mark. What I should have done is just did some testing on the cardboard before running this test. But I didn't think it was going to be that hard to dial in. I'll jump to 3, that should darken up. Jump to 2, that should darken up. Then I'm assuming I'm going to have to lift the top of the bed up so the camera can read them. But this is the new way of doing this, I think. And I tried doing this without this step, and every time I laid something down, it was way off. I mean, it would hit it, but it wouldn't hit it where it should. Like, take a piece of wood here. I would put a square all the way around the piece of wood, and it would be like here, and I tried to adjust. Then I noticed, oh, there's this step that it kind of skipped over when I was setting up the camera. It already had check marks by it. But I think after you recalibrate your camera, I think it should recommend this next. But we'll see. We'll see if I can put a piece of wood down and, I mean, be pretty close. I'm not asking to be like perfect. Just enough where I can lay the image there, know if I have to straighten it a little bit because the piece of wood's a little crooked, and laser it. So we're going to do that next. Let's see. Sorry. Reading some instructions here really quick. Blah, blah, blah. Did the Z focus. mouse over here, so then we should be able to hit next. Now it's going to want me to lift this. So we should get a new view. And I needed to find them all, which it did. So then we're going to hit next again. So I don't really get what it's asking. In this step. Oh, Studio says it's excellent. OBS was saying it wasn't, so don't quite know what's going on there. Your YouTube is not receiving enough video smoothly. Well, why not? We went from poor, then we went to good. Now we're freezing. Great. Shoot, that's not good. I don't want to end the stream. I just want to know why we're so poor all of a sudden. We were doing good. Well, sorry guys, but we'll keep going, and hopefully it doesn't lock up. Next, save the alignment or discard and try again. I'm assuming I just hit next, hit finish again. We're going to update the overlay. Actually, we're going to put a piece of wood down now. Then we're going to update the overlay. And then we're going to draw a box around it. Let's switch back to this desktop view so you guys can see what I'm doing. Zoom in. Highlight this. We'll make it red so we can see it. Go over to lasers. We'll change that from a fill to a line. Let's change the max power to like 12. Piece of. And then let's frame it. I mean, it got better, but it's still off. We're still off. I'll do it again so you can see. So we're not at the top of the board, and we go below the board. So not ideal, not ideal. So we could go back, we can calibrate again, but this time we can do manual. We gotta go camera. And then we're gonna do this. We're gonna hit next. This time we're gonna do target. We're gonna hit next. We're gonna hit next. We're gonna hit next because we already have it there. So then we got to step on manual and ensure visible to the camera before proceeding. Click on the indicator marker placed on. Click to mark number 1. Now, can I not zoom in? Oh, okay. That's marker 1. That's marker 2. Obviously. Marker 3. Zoom out. How do I get it to let me over? I need the image to shift. Oh, there we go. Luckily, we can discard that. And we'll try one more time. Okay. Now we're going to hit next. So I'm going to hit frame again. And we're still off. I don't know how to fix this. I mean, it's closer. It's definitely closer. I'll update my overlay one more time just to make sure. But can I show you guys both? So here's the desktop. Yeah, let's see if we can make this laser slightly bigger so you guys can see both. So there's the piece of wood. Here's my outline, starting way at the top, going to the bottom. High-up frame. And we're like half of an inch and half of an inch off. The sides are pretty close. We could bring those in a little bit. And bring that in a little bit. This one back up a little bit. Light frame again. Yeah, it's just half an inch and half an inch now. I mean, before I was way off. So it is improving, but how do I improve it even more? Does anybody know? Because, man, I've ran this thing over and over and over and over and over again. I've done this so many times, took so many pictures, and that's supposed to fix the de-warping. It is a fisheye. It looks pretty straight. It looks clean to me. Yet I'm still off. And then you see me, I zoomed in, hit those X's pretty well. I mean, I could try again. Let's try to improve it one more time. Camera to come up here, hit this one, and hit next. We'll do this. I mean, let's see the difference again. Let's go here. Next. We don't need to do it. We don't need to do the laser part. Now I'm going to turn the lights off. It's going to get a little dark in here, just to see if this improves it at all. I don't know if it will. I don't know. So we're learning together. The item's there. It looks like we have them all. All four are detected. Then click next. I don't really see any warping. Looks good. So we're going to finish again. Finish again. Oh, there's our square again. Let's frame it. Man, everything looks good except for the top and the bottom. So here, the laser is starting here and ending here. But on the sides, I mean, it's pretty close. And I'd be acceptable if, you know, I was only off just a little bit, but half of an inch every time I'm going to have to calculate when I when I do this. Anyways, anybody in chat want to pick something we should put on this board? I don't know if anybody's even in there. Doesn't look like it. You pick it, I burn it, unless it's inappropriate, then no. It looks like I have 0 viewers right now. Woo! It's like sometimes you can start a live and all that number go up and down, but at 5:55, I guess was the wrong time to do it because, well, 30 minutes ago, because that view count went up to like 3, and then down, and then back up to about 3, and then back down. So, yeah, I don't know what else to do on the camera. I don't think there is anything else. Unless I adjust the camera maybe slightly down. I really don't want to do that. And then we'll tell it to discard. And then we'll see if that improves it. Okay, so now we have them all again. All of them are selected. We're going to hit next. Looks good. Hit finish. Hit finish. We still got our square there. We're still off. By like 1/2 of an inch, I believe. Oh. Yeah, I would say it's about 1/2 of an inch. And I've probably said that 100 times already, but I mean, how do I adjust that? My camera USB keeps falling because it's from the ceiling going to the phone. But so we've adjusted the camera again to try to improve it. But that didn't seem to help. So let's try manual alignment again. We're going to hit next because we already have it. It's already laying there. We're going to go to number 1. Zoom out. Marker number 2. See, I mean, placing this so close like that, I just feel like we shouldn't be off of a half of an inch because of that. I don't like it. Okay, and then we're gonna hit next. I mean, it looks pretty darn good to me. I don't know. That last page I don't really get. Hit finish. Okay. And we're gonna hit frame. We're still off. We're on the board on both sides, but the top and bottom we're off. All right, well, let's see. We put a coaster here, and can we burn something on it? So update overlay. And we'll turn this to a tool path. And we'll click on red again. Oh, oops. Tool path. Click off of it. Click here. We'll do an eclipse. Can't remember if you have to start now. Okay. Well, that didn't work out too well, but yeah. This is a little bit difficult because I'm on a Mac connected to this PC. So bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Alright, so we have that one. Then we'll do another one. Actually, we're going to delete that. We'll just grab this. We'll do an offset. We want to go enter. Hit OK. Oh, I got to change this on this program so it stops. After you make the shape, it goes away. But that's a double-edged sword. Because sometimes you're going to want it to, and other times you're not going to want it to. Then we're going to combine these. And then we're going to go back to the laser menu, cut shapes. I'm going to turn that to fill. Turn up the power probably to, let's go 30. And then let's go frame it. One thing I forgot is we're going to need to Z that. So let's go grab our controls. Turn on continuous because we'll be here all day. Bring it back. It's so lucky, man. That thing is like just touching it. Or it probably would have ran into it and pushed it off. So we're going to Z it. Now it's at the right height. I should have got rid of the cardboard so the ventilation would work better. Let's do that. Let's get rid of this cardboard. We'll set this as the origin. Let's turn on some light so I can see again. I'll have to re-Z again after I get this out of here. Hopefully I can without taking the camera out. Yep. Just made it. Okay. Put that there. We'll re-Z it really quick. Then we'll update the overlay. So, let's go back to camera, update overlay. Of course, the laser's in the way, so we're going to have to hit home. Alright. Now it says we're this far off, so we got to select all these and nudge them back over. Well, I thought I updated the origin, but guess not. So well, let's just hit it and see how far off it is. Laser's on, door shut. Should have moved it over so we didn't have the beam in the way, but you guys can kind of see. Let's make sure everything's on, vents on, chiller's on. I don't have the air compressor on, but that's fine for now. And look it, we're off. We are not hitting the target because we're off by that 1/2 inch. Could be slightly less than 1/2 inch. So we're going to hit stop because that's not going to work. So realistically, I'm going to have to go like that every time. And then for this purpose, we are going to change the laser to a line instead of a fill, because we'll be here all day. And we're going to hit start again, and yes to that. This should go quick. Unfortunately, it wasn't dark enough, so we're going to need to increase the power. And hit start again. Yes. And we're still way off. And we're going to hit start. Close. Now we're going to have to flip it. We'll slow this down a little bit because it's still too fast. We'll go 3,500. And we'll hit start. Yes. Maybe we'll even slow that down by another 1,000. Yeah, I don't know. It's not good enough. You would have to have some kind of tape over it until you were 100% sure it was aligned. Now, is it because of my camera? Is it because the bed is so big, it's having a hard time? I mean, but you've seen it, it went green on all of them. I'd love to use this feature. I would love to. But, I mean, I guess you could put tape on that and keep adjusting until you have it right. But then somehow you got to take the tape off without moving it. So then you're going to have to make a jig. But if you're going to do a jig and all that, then you might as well save it. I wish there was an answer. I just don't know what it is. Maybe somebody will see this later down the road and have some more insight for me, and we could do another live. Place that off to the side so you guys can see it a little bit better. You can probably move this over. Need to somehow fix that reflection of the window. In the end, it would be nice to get another wireless camera somehow and put it inside the laser. I was really hoping the Osmo, I got the Osmo DJI, would be somehow, like I can go wireless to the camera, but I can't take that footage and go wireless to my computer. That would be a game changer, because then when I go live, I could have that inside the unit so you guys could see. I've done the time lapse and did my shorts. You guys seen those if you tune in. But yeah, that's about it. I can turn it on. I can do a time lapse. And that's about it. So let's how do I want to do this? Let's update this, which I'm not going to use now in the end. So I don't know why I really want to update it. I guess just to see the whole entire picture here. Have to reestablish Z again. And then we're going to delete the circle here. Grab this box, we'll bring it over. That's not what I want. I just wanted to move that slowly. And then we won't go absolute, we'll go current position. And then I will try to line this up. That's pretty close. And then learning. the period, and then I don't know how I have a layer here, but okay, there we go. Make that a fill. Grab this. We will turn it. Definitely need to get a mouse. This is a lot harder on the laptop than it is just sitting at the desk doing it. But oh, and I did time lapse and 30 minutes went by? No way. Oh, I think it's because I never hit start, so it was timing out, and I was like, what? Alright, so if we hit, well, actually, let's set origin. So this is the new origin. Okay. Hopefully my charger doesn't fall down again. We will hit frame. That looks good. Yeah, let's see how that looks. Gonna have to shut it. And the time lapse is going, and go. And start. And nothing's happening. I had this problem before. I don't know why. Is it because it's trying to do something like that? I don't really want crosshatch. I want to hit OK. Now it wants to burn through the wood. It looks like maybe we need to turn air assist on. Maybe we should hit stop. And we'll try that again. Not going to be as nice on that piece of wood, but you know what? We're going to make that piece of wood nice so we can at least see it. Or we're going to find a different piece, which probably isn't going to happen. That's going to take forever. Or maybe we'll just put it in here in reverse. I don't know. Hopefully that works. Unfortunately, the mission of aligning the camera to the piece of wood didn't go as planned. I mean, I'm closer, but unfortunately, closer isn't going to work when you have to put somebody's graphic on a piece of wood and hit fire, and it burns half of it on it and half of it onto the honeycomb. In the end, I wish maybe you could put more measurements in, like how tall or how far away is your camera from your bed. And maybe I'm wrong and I just need to do more research. How big is your bed? But it should know that data because you're calibrating the camera with the current bed. The angle of the camera, because I'm trying to get the shot in there, you know, and not the outside, because if you get the outside, then when you're doing the dewarping calibration, which I've ran several times to try to improve, did extra pictures like it says. You see me zoom in manually, hit the X's. If there's a way for me to just say half of an inch up and then hit save, that'd be great. And I'll do some more research here, just find out if there is a way of doing that. I did put that G pretty close to the edge there. It might not. I should have paid attention. I mean, according to this, it should be in there, but it's going to be close. Once this goes out of live and goes into a recorded, let me know if you guys want to see more of this. And if there's stuff that you would like me to burn. I have a lot of tools here, but lately my creativity has been way down. And of course the air compressor has to turn on right now when I'm talking. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I love making stuff. And when ideas come, I get excited and I like to build it. And I'm glad we got the tools here to build stuff. 3D printer, lasers, CNC, and I feel terrible because I really don't use the CNC machine that often. I use the lasers more often. The CNC is great, but when stuff goes wrong, it usually goes wrong. And it costs a lot of money. But it's awesome to see when things turn out great. And more you use it, more you get more familiar with it, comfortable with it. And that's the problem. I'll do a project, and then not do a project, and then do a project, and not do a project for a long time in between. So then I got to get re-familiar with it. I had somebody wanting me to cut something out, but last time I used it, the whole thing shook. Now that was because the collet wasn't seated correctly. And I did it again, and I got it to tighten up some more, but it still was kind of doing some weird stuff. So I didn't want to cut this person's stuff unless they had extra, because you cut it, you ruin their material. Yes, I was doing them a favor, but yes, we wasted their material. And I don't mind doing stuff for people, but you got to have the extra material because anything could go wrong. And I'm not going to buy the material because I'm trying to do something for you. But in the end, we found out the collet snaps in, and I totally forgot about that. And once you snap it in, then you set your bit depth. Then you tighten it up, crank, make sure it doesn't move. And it was smooth. We were moving. So I'd love to try it on a bigger project just to confirm we're moving good. I have a buddy that kind of wants to make a speaker box, and he wants to make that wave in it and then cut it and put it around. So might do that. Might have him come over and learn how to do it with me. Yeah, when I watched the framing on this, I must have been not paying attention. That G looks like it's on, but we are totally off there. Now that's my fault, because I should have looked at the frame a little better. Plus I moved the piece of wood, I guess, several times, because we had it on fire the first time. Nope. Still recording though. This time not a lot of viewers. And they can hear me right now. But you know, sometimes you can do it and I can go up to like 500 views. And other times you can do it in 3 or 4. I mean, I'm glad people tune in, but more people you have, more wisdom maybe. Or you can get that one viewer that knows a lot too. So I don't want to say that. But I am close now, like left and right, like it follows that, but up and down, off by like a half of an inch now. So now you got to shift everything a half of an inch. And I said, that's not reliable because now you got to put tape on something, test it, then try to peel the tape off, make sure you don't move it. So I don't know. Got to figure out how to just adjust it up half of an inch somehow. I almost wonder if my lens needs to be cleaned. Because it's like some spots I'm getting really dark, and other spots, I mean, it could be the wood too. It's just not consistent. But I've cut things, I've burned things before, and they seem to look fine. But it might be time to take that apart and clean the lens. I'll tell you one thing, it's hot in this garage. It is hot. I mean, one thing I'd like to probably build is some kind of like station where I could set all this up. So right now I have the laptop on top of the CNC machine. I got my iPad as a secondary monitor. I have the DJI plugged in. I got my iPhone plugged into the ceiling. And it would be nice just to have some kind of rolling cart where I could set all this up. A good old power strip maybe on the back of it. I can jump into camera and jump out of camera. I mean, if you watch this video and you're hearing me still, thanks for sticking in, but I definitely would like some ideas. So please put some comments in, like, the only problem with YouTube is you can't put links. I wish I could check the link and then allow the link. And then somehow we could vote. Or maybe if you found something on one of those maker channels, like Maker World or Printables. I don't know if Printables has laser though. But if you found something on a website and you could get me like, here's the code you type into the search bar, and I type that in, find that item, and then we can make it. Unless the materials are going to cost a lot because, you know, it's all funded by me. Eventually, maybe I will have a good enough channel, but that means I have to be consistent. And we can make something. But yeah, YouTube would sponsor me, and I could fund this, then we could come up with some cool stuff. If there's another person on YouTube that's doing this and would be like, hey, you have a laser or CNC machine, can we work on a project together? Because I've done that before. Or they didn't know how to do it, so they wanted me to do it so they could look at it, take some of my ideas and make their own. One thing I wish with AI is it could look at this code here. This, most of the time what it gets sent to a machine is like G code. And that G code, you could feed it to AI to optimize the best way for the laser to burn it. You know, like right now it's going at an angle and it's cutting the word there, but maybe if there's so much fill area, it would be better for it to go this direction. I mean, ultimately I could figure that out by running the same project over and over and reducing the time. But if it could look at it and go, the laser head's got to move this direction so many times, but if we went this direction up and down for maybe half the project, and then it goes, but for the rest of this, go this way. Or it was like, hey, this border is going to take so much time away. Well, let's go and do this border this way, and then do the rest of the G code this way, and then maybe the end of the G code has something else, and then it goes, instead of running the code this way, we run it this way. And my print time goes, or my laser time, sorry, goes from an hour down to 30 minutes because it optimized it. Now that would be great. I mean, I'm good at AI, but I'm not that good. So if anybody is out there and watches this to the end, which, man, I'd be bored, but sometimes the conversation is good. Well, it was fun. I will try again. Hopefully next time there'll be some more viewers. Please put your comments below saying what you would like to see. Like I said, references to things you guys were like, build this would be great, or this would be awesome. Maybe we can give it away. We could do one of those things where we spin a wheel and we make something and we give it away. I mean, sometimes we might get it right. Sometimes it might be a little messed up. because you know, obviously what we're burning right now, we're learning all the time. Um, yeah, so always put your ideas down below. I do read the comments. I try to answer if I can. If I've made something and somebody wants me to make it again, it really needs to be like voted on, because some of these projects I do get pretty expensive and some of them aren't. Some of them are cheap wood. So, and I'd love to collaborate with somebody with some artistic skills, because definitely I can cut some stuff out and spray paint one or two coats of something on something, but when it comes to shading and doing that kind of stuff, I am not the expert. Whew. Two letters to go. Well, we still have half of this one to go. And then we'll end it. I have a big fan I could turn on, but I think it would be too noisy. Excuse me. Sorry. It's these salsa waters, man. They get me every time. I was thinking about maybe 3D printing something that could connect to the laser head and allow me to put the nano on it. But I think people would get motion sickness, because it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, you would get to see what the laser's doing really up close, but at the same time, that lens is going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I think people don't want to see that. But I would like to get a shot inside of this and somehow have it live. I mean, you could get a whole nother iPhone, but I think that's going to be expensive. And I haven't figured out, can I connect two iPhones to this and switch between the two? It'd be nice if you can connect both and have them both live, but I don't think that's possible. But could I connect two different iPhones and switch between them? So when I switch to this view, I have the laptop camera looking at me, but then I have the other camera inside of the laser, so you're getting a good view. See, like right now, I think it would be better for the laser to just go up and down instead of that 45. Like follow the piece of wood all the way down to the bottom and then back up to the top. Due to I don't know. See, that's why I'd like to have something, look at the G code and go, this is the better optimized version. It hits play, lets you review it. And then from there, you decide, yeah, this is good. That was a huge mosquito. Sorry to walk away like that. I should figure out how to get noise cancellation set up on this. Yeah, the only problem is I forget which one of these buttons is the noise cancellation. Like, am I in that now? Well, that's recording me. I think that's recording it to this device. Is it a hold? Well, that lost the audio. Now we got audio back. Well, it's not worth trying to figure out now. We will have to figure that out later. Our L is definitely going to look funny with that big old burn there. Big old hole. And this took longer than 30 minutes, so the time lapse isn't going to look good. Shucks. But I did figure out the issue with the exhaust. The issue was the outside vent has like a honeycomb in it. And after, 2 years of burning stuff, it was pretty full. Like, you got to get like a chimney sweeper and sweep out the ductwork sometimes. Yeah, we had to pull that off the side of the house, clean the honeycomb, and boom, now I don't have any smoke anymore. Used to try to film this, and the whole chamber would just fill up with smoke, and I'm like, what's wrong? I thought a hose fell off underneath. We could hear the air, but the whole time it just couldn't go outside. It was stuck, so it was backing all up. So that was part of the issue. So make sure you clean your air ducts if you got them going outside and you got like a honeycomb mesh, to keep the bugs out and the bees and everything else. Make sure you clean that. But we are still off by a 1/2 of an inch. And we'll continue to try to see if there's a way to resolve that next time. And we'll go from there. So yeah, we're done. We burned it. What'd we learn? How to calibrate to a point. I mean, it did improve. It definitely improved, but it could be better. And that'll be the next challenge. And if you guys put comments below on the next project, we'll work towards one of those. So, all right, well, thanks for joining the live. And till next time, adios.